Hey, Nora. I'm really excited about this one. We're diving deep into glamour and design, silver screen style, right? I mean, when you think Golden Age Hollywood, you just picture, well, glamour, don't you? It's almost synonymous.
Oh, absolutely, Mark. And it's not just like an accidental glamour. It was so meticulously crafted. Like it was a whole industry, an art form in itself, shaping how we still, I think, view elegance today. We're talking about the powerhouse costume designers, the art directors, the real architects of that silver screen style.
Right, right. So it wasn't just the actors. It was the people behind the scenes, literally dressing them, building their worlds. I'm thinking like Edith Head, Adrian. Those names, they're almost as famous as the stars they clothed, aren't they? How much influence did they really have back then?
Oh, a ton. I mean, the studios, they had these massive costume departments, like mini fashion houses. And designers like Edith Head at Paramount, she designed for literally everyone. Bette Davis, Grace Kelly, or Adrian at MGM, who gave Joan Crawford those iconic shoulder-padded looks that defined her fierce persona. They didn't just design clothes, they crafted personas. They understood that a costume wasn't just fabric. It was storytelling. It was totally intrinsic to the character and the star's overall image. Like, this is what this star is.
That's fascinating. So they were essentially building the brand of the star through their wardrobe. Can you give us some examples of like specific looks or stars where the costume just completely like defined them? I'm thinking, Marilyn Monroe's white dress, but I'm sure there's so much more.
Oh, definitely. Marilyn's 7-Year Itch dress by William Travilla is like the iconic moment, right? But think about Audrey Hepburn's collaboration with Hubert de Givenchy, Sabrina, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Their partnership was revolutionary because she basically found her signature look through him. It was simple, elegant, minimalist, which was like a total contrast to the more opulent styles of the time. Or Grace Kelly, her refined, sophisticated style, which was also really carefully cultivated, especially by Edith Head. Then you have Marlene Dietrich, who famously wore pantsuits blurring gender lines, which was incredibly bold for her time. That was Travis Banton really pushing boundaries there. That totally challenged expectations and created this whole new type of glamour.
Wow. So it's not just the dresses, it's like the whole presentation. And you mentioned art directors too. So it's not just what the stars are wearing, but the worlds they inhabit. How did the actual set design and production design contribute to that overall silver screen style?
This is where it gets really cool, Mark, because it wasn't just about the clothes. It was about the entire visual language of the film. Take Cedric Gibbons at MGM. He basically created the MGM look. Grand, opulent Art Deco mansions, these incredible ballroom scenes. You see it in films like The Great Ziegfeld or Grand Hotel. They were designed to evoke luxury, escapism. And then you have film noir, right? Where the sets are all about shadows, stark lines, a much grittier, moodier atmosphere. Think Casablanca or The Maltese Falcon, where the environment itself becomes a character, creating that sense of intrigue and danger. It's not just a background, it's an emotional landscape. It totally amplifies the story.
That's a really great way to put it. An emotional landscape. So, all this incredible effort, all this design, how much of that has really, like, stuck around? What's the legacy of this golden age style and, fashion and design today? Is it still influencing us, or is it just a historical footnote?
Oh, it's absolutely not a footnote, Mark. Come on, it's everywhere. Think about the red carpet, right? So many modern designers, they're constantly referencing those classic silhouettes. The dramatic cuts, the sheer elegance of that era. You see it in bridal wear, evening gowns. That timeless Hollywood glamour is like a recurring theme. And even beyond fashion, the Art Deco influence from those sets, it pops up in interior design, architecture, even graphic design. It's this continuous ripple effect. That original craftsmanship and attention to detail from the golden age, it's still inspiring creators to, push boundaries, but also respect that classic sense of aesthetics. It's totally enduring.
It's amazing how much of an impact it still has. So beyond the big names like Edith Head or Cedric Gibbons, were there other crafts or people behind the scenes that were like essential to creating this overall look, this entire aesthetic? The unsung heroes, if you will.
Definitely. It was a huge collaborative effort. We often just think of the star and the big name designer, but there were entire departments dedicated to hair and makeup, for example. Think of Max Factor, who practically invented modern makeup for film, creating specific looks for each star, like Clara Bow's Cupid's bow lips or Jean Harlow's platinum blonde hair. And then there were the prop masters, set decorators, scenic artists. Every single detail, from a tiny teacup on a table to an elaborate painted backdrop, was meticulously chosen or created. These were the artists who truly, breathed life into those grand visions, making sure every single element on screen contributed to that ultimate sense of glamour and realism, or even stylized fantasy. It was a massive team effort to create movie magic.
It just sounds like such a massive undertaking, like a dream factory in every sense. So, as we wrap up, Nora, what do you think is the ultimate takeaway from glamour and design in the Golden Age? Why does it still resonate so strongly with us today, do you think?
I think it's because they weren't just making movies. They were like creating dreams. They understood that every single detail, from the cut of a dress to the curve of a staircase, contributed to this aspirational world they were building. It was escapism at its finest, but it also set benchmarks for elegance and sophistication that still feel relevant. They showed us what was possible when art and commerce totally, completely aligned to create something truly magical and visually stunning. That attention to detail, that commitment to creating an entire, immersive aesthetic, it just makes you realize how much thought went into every single frame. It's why it feels timeless, I think. It was total artistic vision.